And welcome back to Sports Check on this Monday morning, the 28th day of April, 2025. Focus a lot is on the young people of this country and also about sport. We've spoken about athletics. We've had a conversation around beach volleyball. And now we move on to martial arts. We'll be focusing on one. Everyone's been talking about it, but where is the demonstration around it? We have the Tong-IL Moo-Do. It was part of the East African, what was known as the Africa All-Style Martial Arts Tournament that is scheduled for later this year. Kenya hosted one for the region, and to talk about it, one of the athletes was out there and won. We've got young Rachel Kavera. Rachel, karibu. Welcome. And also we have got Willie Sogalo, who is here with welcome. And also we have got Lorna Abiero, who's also going to be joining us, leading the demonstration for Tong-IL Moo-Do much later. Thank you and welcome. Thank you. Let's start with this. I'll start with you, Willis, because this is something, when you try and bring in, different martial arts, it's not mixed martial arts like just to avoid it, like UFC. But it is where you bring in Muay Thai, you've got Tong-IL Moo-Do, you have got karate, you have got taekwondo.
Yes.
You may have boxing, kickboxing. What was the concept of bringing this, this kind of fight together?
Well, while I was a player around 90s, we used to have Kenya, Kenya Open. And Kenya Open used to unite all martial arts, be it taekwondo. By that time we were doing Moo-Do. It wasn't Tong-IL Moo-Do. Currently they changed it. So from those early years we used to add all style. So we used to call it Kenya Open. This is what I'm trying to revive. Because we used to add taekwondo, we used to add karate, we used to add Moo-Do by that time, we used to add judo. So this was trying to revive, and thank God it's working.
How then, just give us a whole idea just behind it as to how you as to how you organize this event for given the different disciplines that are
there? I shared with some of the legends which were there by that time. One of them was Bono Iti. He's a legend in karate. Also I shared with the Greg. Greg also is a legend. And some of my few friends. I also had a friend from Tanzania, Modi. Also, we shared with him before I came up with the proposal. So they told me, Joe, let's give it a try. But I had confidence it will work, and it worked.
Yes. So, looking at it, which were the disciplines that you saw, bringing in more participants?
Being a Tong-IL Moo-Do practitioner, we had many from Tong-IL Moo-Do. We had also Kempo. Kempo had a very big, large number. We had Muay Thai, there are few, but they were there. We had also boxing, there were few, but they were there. And then we had also taekwondo. The number was a little bit lower because that weekend, so they had a tournament in Mombasa. So most of the clubs went to Mombasa. So that's where I got the challenge with the taekwondo team, but they were there. Yes.
All right. Now, Rachel, Sasa, tuambie. Just give us your story, getting into this sport, moving on, and right here you are with the Kaizen Martial Arts Club, growing and, as a Tong-IL Moo-Do practitioner.
My name is Rachel Kavera. I am in, my school is Amos Center Fesdo.
Unaweza ongea ile uko comfortable nayo, acha kuogopa, hata sheng tuchapie. Lakini isikuwe ngumu.
Kwa majina naitwa Rachel Kavere. Unisenso wangu sense Lorna Abiero. Nilijoini Tong-IL Moo-Do last year. Imenisaidia mimi kwa vitu mingi. Ninajikeep busy. Yeah.
Hebu tuambie, ili uweze kuingia sasa ndo uanze kuwa mchezaji wa Tong-IL Moo-Do, nini kilikuvutia kwa mchezo huu?
Nilikuwa naona watu wanaifanya, ilikuwa inanibamba. Sasa nikasema nitafute niko karibu ni join. So nikakuja nikakutana na rafiki yangu ndo akanijoinisha kwa klabu ya Kaizen.
Na pengine ni wapi hapo ulikuwa umesema karibu? Na haswa ni nini uliona, nini watu wakifanya?
Niliona wanacheza hii mchezo ya Tong-IL Moo-Do, wanaenda mbali na wakicheza wanapewa medals, wanapewa vitu. Sasa ikaniingia tu kwa damu. Sasa nikajoin na pia mimi nikaicheza.
Na ulipoingia pale, jambo la kwanza ambalo ulipata ulipofika kule Kaizen, nini la kwanza tuambie siku ya kwanza wakati uliingia kwa mchezo?
Siku ya kwanza niliambiwa nikuwe na heshima. Kwa hiyo timu yetu ya Kaizen nikuwe na heshima. Ni respect coach wetu, ni respect wenye wako hapo, hata akuwa mdogo ama mkubwa ni respect. So nimejifunza mengi hapo.
Haya. Na ulipoanza kufanya mazoezi na ukaweza kushindana na mtu ili kufanya mazoezi na mtu mwingine mara ya kwanza. Tuambie.
Hebu rudia.
Ulipoanza mazoezi yako, ndio sasa uanze sasa umeingia ni siku yako, umeambiwa kwamba ukuwe na heshima kwa coach, wachezaji wenzako. So tell us the first day that you tried to, you got into now full training. What was different from what you were used to?
Siku ya kwanza venye niliambiwa hivyo, tukitrain nilikuwa na mtoto mwenzangu, watupime waone kama naweza ama siwezi. Sasa venye nilicheza na huyo mtoto aliona naweza, nikapewa tena mwingine, nikazoea, nikaona si ngumu. Yeah.
Na sasa kwenye mashindano ya mwisho, performance yako tuambie.
Performance yangu ya mwisho nilichapwa.
Na watu wanaongea ukweli hapa kwa hii studio. Okay, you lost. Yes.
Nikiwa kwa kata, nililose. Nikipigana mchezo pia nilijaribu lakini alinishinda.
So we are going to come into that. Kata is where you do the demonstration, Lorna.
Yes.
And then you've got the full contact competition.
Yeah.
So just give us working with these young people and at Kaizen, and what the transformation you're seeing with them.
So working with these young people is very, very amazing. They have their ups and downs, but we always find a way of balancing. Yeah. But the most beautiful part is always seeing the amount of work they put in during training. That is the most beautiful and the most rewarding part for me as a coach. So when you see your students putting in the work, you as a coach, you also have to put in the work. You have to look for ways of motivating them. You have to just find a way of making them to keep going in the sport. Because these kids, these are the future of Tong-IL Moo-Do for tomorrow. Sisi ni kwenda tunaenda. Lakini hawa ndio future. Hawa ndio tunaangalia sahi. So we really have to keep them in the sport, and we really have to make the sport grow. Yeah.
When people talk about Tong-IL Moo-Do, and let's now just break it down for us, because when we see karate, people see it this way. Ukiona sinema ya mchingu ya China, unajua what you're going to see is more towards the kung fu.
Yeah.
But just break down for us Tong-IL Moo-Do.
So Tong-IL Moo-Do is also known as the unified martial arts, which means it unifies a lot of styles. So in a Tong-IL Moo-Do competition, you will see techniques from karate, you will see techniques from taekwondo, techniques from judo, from aikido, which means we also do ground fighting, which is totally different from what other styles like karate or taekwondo or kickboxing do. So as we combine, that's why it's called a unified martial arts. So that is just the practical side. There's also the theory side, which you have to be in one with your body. It's a bit deep.
Yeah. Now bring that theory part. Release. Bring that because she says it's a bit deep. Coming to be one with your body. Just take us through that.
In fact, Tong-Il Moo-Do, when there's a level, when you reach, let's say, a brown belt and going to black belt, your training should be 75 or 85 should be the internal part of it. So we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of research. At black belt level, the practical should be 25, the remaining should be theory. So when you, even if you go for the assessment, that's the grading we call it, we have that, the theory part of it. We work on the practical, that's the basics, punches, kicks, blocks, we do the rollings, we do the fallings, we do the sparring, and eventually we have to do the theory. So theory is the internal part of it. So we normally say there's a flow between body and mind. You have to be very strong internally so that you can control the techniques.
What's this reading that somebody has got to do?
We have the manual. Yeah, we have the manual for the Tong-Il Moo-Do. So you have the manual.
It's been translated?
Yes.
Okay.
It's written in English.
Yes.
Because so that it's not, you don't see something that looks Korean.
No. It had been translated, and we have it in English, so you can read it.
What are the key aspects of that someone has got to know, for example? Because I've seen Lorna here, she's got a black belt and it's personalized, it's got your name.
So in the theory part of it, let's say now it is a yellow belt. There's a note, there's a boundary between a black belt, a green belt, a blue belt, brown belt. Normally we go there stripes. So if you are a yellow belt, maybe you have your page for that yellow belt. You have a green belt, there's a page for that. You have a brown, the same, black, the same. But black now you are going to be an instructor, you have to unify, you have to know everything now. From white belt up to your level. Now you'll be the instructor, you'll be training students, you have to take them through. From white belt up to where you have reached. So,
okay.
Yes.
Wamekataa kuniambia. Because I don't even have a white belt. So I just need to get the page for white belt. That is the only one I can get.
Yes.
So the page for the white belt. So hapo ndio tuko.
Yes.
So basically, for white belts, it's the virtues. We all know morals. Good morals, bad morals. So for beginners levels, which is the white belt, this person needs to know the good morals. So the good morals that we always teach at that level is, the room that we train in is called a dojang. Other people call it dojo, but in Korean it's called dojang. So someone has to know the rules that govern that place. This is your workroom. You have rules that govern this room. So for us also in our dojangs, we have rules that govern our dojang, like no eating, no monkey business, no, you have to be respectful to other people. And then as you progress, you get to learn how to carry yourself out. Mature character, responsibility to your contribution to the society, loving relationships and family. Those are the morals that we teach. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to add on, a white belt is just introduction.
Yeah.
You get introduced to the art. So you have to know the rules, that's obvious. And also you have to follow the rules. If you can't follow the rules of the art, then you're not part of it. So the white belt to yellow is the introduction. Now when you go to green belt, now you are advancing. You learn more, you go deep.
Green belts. You have two of them here and one with blue.
Yes.
So the advancement, just give us the belt colors. White, yellow.
Yellow, green.
Green.
Green, green, blue, blue. Then you progress.
Then you progress.
There's always a stripe in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So they've got all pillar green, pillar blue.
Yes.
So we'll be coming to that. So now, Lorna,
Yes.
you can join
Thank you.
them. And so we are not going to have a demonstration. Lorna is going to take us through this. And through the demonstration, we have got Victor. Mwendwa, Victor. Welcome, Karibu. Yes, we've got Eunice Mwende. Karibu. And also inside there, we've got Ismail. Okay, good. Sensei, take over.
Chariot, Kingen, Baro, sitting stance, she jump, punching position,
Very easy. Okay. The Korean translation for that start about how you've all gone through.
Yes.
Because now they're speaking it, so it comes naturally to them. Somebody at home, like for the person at home.
So
You can start again.
basically,
Yes.
it's like I'm calling you to attention. I'm trying to announce what I am going to do. So shijak means start.
Okay, so you can start
Yes.
afresh.
Baro. Chariot. Kyunge. Baro. Sitting stance, shijak. Punching position. Shout on each punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back fist position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Overturn punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baro. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Right front stance, shijak. Moving forward, raising block. 1, 2, 3. Moving back. 1, 2, 3. Moving forward, downward block. 1, 2, 3. Moving back. 1, 2, 3. Baro. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Kicking stance, shijak. Snap kick. Don't move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. 1, 2, 3. Baksu. Turning kick. Shout on each count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu.
So, Sensei, what I'm seeing here is that I can see that they're using both arms. They've had to do that.
Yes.
One of the things is that everyone is born with, unless you are, both right-handed and left-handed.
Yes.
Everybody is born with a preference for an arm.
Yeah.
So how do you develop this such that everyone can use if it's the right and the left equally, as we have seen from the demonstration? And
You
that
have-
includes the kicking,
kicking,
and
yeah.
the punching.
So you have to train both your sides equally. If it's strength training, you have to balance on both sides. Yeah. So you ensure that during all your training sessions, if you're going to do 100 kicks on your left side, you have to do the same on your right side. And also for sparring, we always encourage our students to train both sides so that you're good on your left side and you're good on your right side. So that when you meet someone who is left-handed, it's not such a big challenge. Yeah.
Very well. Well, we'll get a simple demonstration from a Southwest and Orthodox practitioner, but take us through the next phase. You indicated that it's a universal art, so that means that you also pick tactics from judo.
Yes.
So you could just give us some of the tactics. Judo is an art which involves wrestling, so let's see a
Sure.
little bit of that.
Eunice, one-step sparring. So we are going to do what we call one-step sparring. It's a form of self-defense, but you will also manage to see the throws that
Okay.
we have in judo in them.
Na musirushe kwa nguvu sana.
Wako safe.
Fragile, eh? The floor is fragile.
Yes. Ready? Chijap.
Yo.
Baro. Number 2.
Yo.
Up. 3.
Yo.
Up. 4.
Yo.
Up. 5.
Yo.
Up. 6.
Chun. Yo.
7.
Chun. Yo.
Up. 8.
Chun. Yo.
And last one, number 9.
Chun. Yo.
Up. Chariot. Kyunga.
Chun.
Baru.
All right.
Okay.
Well, very well. And you also mentioned right at the start that you also have kata, which is the demonstration part of it.
Yes.
Just, well, let's be, as you know, they get ready to give us a kata. Let's talk about the scoring from what we've seen from the sparring, from the full contact version, and then you can tell us about the scoring from the kata.
The scoring. Now we are talking about the sparring now.
The sparring.
Yes.
The sparring.
Yes.
So when that's a takedown. When you take somebody down and lock, that's 3 points.
Okay.
That's how it's called. The normal punch is just 1 point. Kick on the face, that's 3 points. Kick while jumping, because now we are doing unified martial arts. So sometimes others can kick while on the air. Some can kick while the other leg is
What
down.
we call a flying kick.
Flying. We call it in taekwondo maybe spin. So we do the spin kick. So the kicks on the face automatically, those are the 3 points. Spin, and then you take down, you add another 5 points. Yes, so that's how we score.
And we've seen the use of protective gear in some of these arts. Do you use protective gear here?
Yes, we use the protective gear nowadays. Before we didn't have them. Currently we have them for the safety of the kids or the participants.
So the protective gear would be?
We have the headgear, we have the hogo, we have the shin guards, we have the gloves. Yes. And the other, the
Very
private
important.
and the mouth guard also.
Yes.
That
Yes.
one is a personal.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So there we go. So now let's take a look at kata, the demonstration part of it.
Chariot. Kyunga. Baru. One-way bond. Junbi. 시작. 바로. Chariot. Kyunga. Baru.
So, Ryle, Willis, first of all, the scoring for the kata, just tell us how it works. And Ryle, you told us that you missed out something on the kata. What you missed?
On this kata.
It was this kata.
This one.
Okay.
Yes, kata for competition, we check on the stability, one. We go on the stance. Also, we got the coordination. How do you coordinate the two things? Now they are using punches and kicks. Are they coordinating? So those are some of the things we check on the kata. If the stances are poor, the coordination is not up to standard, and that's what we basically check on the kata. Yes.
Aha. So, what did you miss in this kata? Nini ulikosa?
Stance yangu ilikuwanga pua. Na nilikuwa naangaliwa. Nilikuwanga na blush.
Ulikuwa na blush kwa nini? Na hapa ukienda hapa kiwaangalia hapa walikuwa wamekunja sura. Sasa nani alikuwa anafanya ublush? Ni sensei ama ni ni nani Victor?
Shin. Ismail Osena.
Ismail. Sasa huyu Ismail ndiye alikuwa anafanya ublush.
Nilichanganyikiwa huko mbele.
Lakini sasa umejifunza nini? What have you learned, I mean, after that? Umejifunza nini?
Kitu nimejifunza kwa Tong-IL.
Kwa hiyo baada ya kujua ya kwamba huyu alikuja ukachanganyikiwa. Sasa umejifunza nini? Kwa sababu sasa wamesema hapa lazima ujue kuwa composed na mambo kama haya. Yapi umejifunza?
Nikifanya demo nisiangalie watu. Nisiangalie watu. Tena niweke akili yangu kwa kitu nafanya.
Asante sana Rael Kavere. Thank you very much. Ogalo, asante sana for being with us. And also Lona Piero, thank you for joining us this morning and to want to give us the demonstration here. Eunice Mwende, asante. Ismail Osena, 50 more push-ups waiting for you. You have been confused kwa kata. And Victor Mwendwa, thank you for being with us this morning. Asanteni sana. Wish you all the best. Yes.
Just briefly about the all style which we did last time. I'm just from Tanzania this morning, so it's on pipeline. In August we want to do the Kenya one, which I want to alliance with the all federation of bosses. In December we want to host Africa. So the pipeline, I was in Tanzania for the last 1 week. I met some coaches from Zanzibar, from Zambia, from Mozambique, and from Burundi.
Okay.
And Ethiopia also, we had a chat with him. He's ready with the team. So I'm just praying for the August one. We do it. So August we'll have 2 tournaments, all style still.
Yes.
We have one for the junior, which we are going to do in July late. And then we have the seniors, which we are going to do in August to meet.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, closing word now, because I'm going with the key.
On my side, I would just like to thank the Ministry of Sports for their unwavering support towards the International Mombasa Open Tong-IL Moo-Do Championships. They've been supporting us for the past few years since we started. And the last 2 years we've been having a challenge, and we are hoping that the current CS of Sports, Honorable Mvurya, is going to hold our hands to avoid the sport being cancelled. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Tong-IL Moo-Do practitioners here with us bring a close to Sports Check on this Monday morning. Our sign language interpreter has been Anwangeshi. We take KBC Channel 1 takes a break, and we'll be back with Kurunzi Mashinani. My name is Daniel Wahome. On behalf of the team that put this together, asante sana for being with us.